I'm Sarah, a 30-year-old woman who welcomed my first child 3 weeks ago. My son, Liam, is healthy and wonderful. My husband, Ethan, 35, and I have been together for 7 years, married for 2, and both work in tech. We live 4 hours from my family, and trouble started when I announced my pregnancy at 6 months. My brother, James, 35, and his wife, Rachel, 34, have been trying to conceive for 5 years. Rachel suffered 2 miscarriages early on, then nothing for years. Last December, she carried a pregnancy to 7 months before losing the baby. It devastated them. When I shared my pregnancy news, Rachel left the room in tears, James trailing behind, and they didn't return. My mother, Margaret, 65, later told me Rachel wept for hours that night. I sympathized with her pain but couldn't hide my pregnancy forever. Things grew tense afterward. Rachel started emailing me articles about pregnancy complications and infant loss. She'd call my parents with detailed questions about my health and doctor visits. At Christmas, she touched my belly without permission and commented that she'd be the best caregiver for my child. My mother raised James and me after our father passed when I was 15. She's always been protective, especially of James, who stayed near home while I moved away for college and work. She adores Rachel like a daughter. Post-Christmas, my mother began odd conversations, questioning if Ethan and I were ready for parenthood given our demanding jobs. She asked about our savings and apartment size, then praised Rachel's part-time remote work, suggesting it left her more time for a baby. I thought she was just worried about me as a first-time mom living far away. But in February, at 8 months pregnant, she called with a chilling suggestion. She explained that Rachel was struggling deeply after her loss. A therapist had suggested being around infants might help her heal. My mother proposed Rachel stay with us for a few weeks after Liam's birth to assist with him and bond. I firmly declined. Then she revealed her real plan. James and Rachel had explored adoption, but it was expensive and slow. Since Ethan and I were young with busy careers, she suggested they raise Liam. They had a house with a yard, Rachel could stay home, and they were more stable and mature. I hung up stunned. Ethan was working late, so I sat alone in our nursery, staring at the baby items we'd lovingly chosen, grappling with my mother's suggestion that I give my child to my brother's wife. The next day, calls came not just from my mother, but also from James. He said Rachel was barely eating or sleeping, had turned their spare room into a nursery, and was buying baby clothes. He believed caring for a child could help her, and it would benefit Liam too. He argued Ethan and I weren't even married yet, lived in a small apartment, and worked long hours, questioning how we could give a child enough attention. I clarified we planned to marry before Liam's birth and that many working parents raise happy kids. James called me selfish, stressing family unity. The pressure mounted over the next weeks. My mother called, sobbing about Rachel's worsening grief. My aunt, Linda, 54, my mother's sister, also started calling, saying the family was worried about Rachel and that I could help. Rachel never called me directly but commented on my social media. When I posted a nursery photo, she noted she'd picked the same crib. When I mentioned buying baby clothes, she said she'd already bought newborn and 3 months. I can't tell you the full story in short. To watch the full story, click the related link below.